What if I told you that perfectionism is not necessary on your journey to success? What I'm learning as I've been rebuilding my life so that I can thrive and serve, I've learned the power of progress over perfectionism. And it has been a complete game changer for me. I'm talking about my mental health, my well-being, and how I show up for myself and those who I am serving every day. So what I want to do is just share with you 4 things that I've noticed that has made a significant impact in my life on my journey to rebuilding. I would like to welcome you to my channel with Grow with Tahira, and I help women to turn their pain into purpose and profit. So the first thing I want to share with you about progress, choosing progress and embracing progress over perfectionism is like getting started. That's the first thing to do, is to get started. Because when you are someone who's a perfectionist, you want everything to be properly aligned. You want, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you want everything to just be A1 perfect, professional perfect. And that is not a way to help you move out of your way, get out of your way to get started. So for example, if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel and you don't have all the equipment that you feel you need to get started, most YouTubers start with their simple cell phone and they use natural light or ring light. For myself, I don't even have a microphone yet, but I'm not letting a lack of a microphone to stop me from moving forward, right? So the most important thing you want to do is get started. I've learned by getting started, you get to engage in the process and you get to see exactly the areas you want to improve upon, what areas you want to focus on, and what areas you're actually doing really great at. And you don't get to engage in that kind of information if you are waiting for everything to be properly aligned, okay? So getting started is key in overcoming perfectionism. Another thing that I'm learning through this process as I rebuild my business and really just rebuild myself as an entrepreneur and my personal development is to enjoy the journey. Like being a perfectionist, we can be so critical of ourselves, and if it doesn't look a certain way, if I don't sound a certain way, if it's not vibing a certain way, then we just scratch it out or we keep it on the shelves and never ever come out and share what it is that we are working on. So what I've learned to do is enjoy the journey, because the journey is really where the riches are. The journey is where the abundance lies. The journey is where the self-discovery emerges. The journey is where the self-love happens, because what you're doing is you're saying yes to yourself, you're saying yes to your dreams, you're saying yes to your aspirations, you're saying yes to your life. And you're also saying, yes, I don't have it all together, but I'm working towards it. You're also saying, yes, it may not be perfect, but I'm working towards excellent and I'm working towards consistency. So you're actually saying yes to yourself, and by you saying yes to yourself, you're fueling your self-esteem, you're building your self-confidence, and you're building your word to yourself, with yourself. So you're teaching yourself that I can come through for you, self, with the promises of showing up every day. And that's something that I'm learning, and I want to share that with you. Another thing that has been a complete game changer in this process, especially with my YouTube channels, because I know, like with my YouTube channels, I am a new YouTuber. So I'm learning my style, I'm learning my presentation style, I'm learning what method works best in sharing information, whether I'm going to do scripted from what I wrote, or I'm going to do bullet points, or if I'm just going to write highlights on my sticky note, which I'm doing right now, using highlights on my sticky note. So one thing that I've learned through this process that's been a complete game changer is giving yourself permission to make mistakes. Giving yourself permission to make mistakes, because when you're starting out in the area of something new, you do not know the ins and out of it. Think about those who are parents. Like when you became a first-time mom, did you know how to actually like really care for your child and develop your child and be the best mom that you possibly can be based upon your experience? I don't think so. A lot of it was through guidance from your community, through your family, YouTube videos, books, and a lot of it was just through trial and error, and learning what to do and what not to do, and learning how to tweak things, and learning how to come back and adjust. So it's the same thing in any endeavors. When you're rebuilding yourself, it's so important to give yourself permission to make mistakes, because you're not going to get it perfect. You're not going to get it right, but you're going to learn as you go. And by you giving yourself full-on permission to make mistakes, like I gave myself full-on permission to make the worst videos ever. As long as my content was genuine and real, I was at peace with it. How I delivered the content, that's a work in progress. So when you give yourself permission to make mistakes, you take that critical judgment off of your back, and you allow yourself to just grow and learn in an area that you've never been before. Another thing that has been a game changer is remaining consistent. You see, when you show up every day, you are engaging in life. You are engaging in the process. And as we all know the saying, trust the process. You will not be able to see the fruits of your labor if you are not showing up every day, if you are not planting the seed, if you are not nurturing the soil. So you want to show up every day, because it allows you to get those reps in, learn what you're doing great, and learn what you can improve upon. It also allows you to build that muscle of just showing up no matter what goes on in life. And again, I'm reiterating that this consistency allows you to, I'll put it like this. It's like the journey of rebuilding your life is a marathon and not a sprint. So when you know that this is a marathon and I'm in this for the long haul, you're not trying to rush to get to the end result, because you know the end result is just evidence of the work that you put forth. But the journey is where the riches lies. The consistency is where what you learn about yourself. Being consistent shows you the areas that you need to fill in the gaps, and shows you where you need to improve upon. It shows you what you're really strong in, and it shows you what areas you need to develop. And this is something that has really supported me. And I want to end with the bonus. And I think this is a really crucial component. The bonus in the area of progress over perfection is to be around like-minded people. Be in a community where people are supporting you and you all are heading in the same direction towards progress, towards betterment, towards your goals. By you being in a community, you're around people who reflects your values in terms of your work ethic. You're around people who will support you on those days when you feel really down, and you'll be around people who will stretch you to strive and to reach for higher. So here you have it. I hope that this information was really beneficial, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. Like, please share with me what's one takeaway that you got from this video that really resonated with you.